Good morning and welcome to the Chester County Marketing On Air Show, a bi-weekly show uh, of 10 to 20 minutes in length, hosted by me, Carla Wilson, owner of Wilson Media Services, and also by my colleague.
Hey, I'm Jeff Tincher, the owner of 610 Digital.
Each show we try to bring you new hot topics, information, and tips and tricks that will make you give you more information for your small business marketing. So this week, I just said to Jeff, we're going to share some Google goodness and Facebook finds, right, Jeff?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. What did you call that, an alliteration?
I did call that an alliteration, and I shouldn't be using it, but I don't know, it just seemed kind of apropos since we are talking about a few book that are going to be helpful as well, especially for those of us that are page admin. So, and full disclosure here, Jeff made this part of this. Pardon me, I should say. The information that Jeff is presenting today, he already presented to our in-person networking group, Chester County Marketing, at our meeting last week. So we knew that this information was timely, and we thought it would be really great to share it on today's show. So Jeff, we're going to jump right in to our Google Goodness segment. And so let's talk about Google search.
Sure, yeah, because when we had the thing, as Carla said, we spoke last week on this, and there were some changes, some subtle changes to what Google search has. Just in search in general, it's improving with things within a search box in the actual search results itself. And what I'll do is I'll just flip over here and share out my screen and pull up some of the slides that we used before, just to give you a little idea of what I'm speaking about. I find this the best way instead of actually trying to share a screen and do some browsing on the web through Hangout.
Awesome. The slide is up, so you're good to go.
So again, it's improved search box within the actual search results itself. So if you were to type YouTube or video, YouTube's going to pop up here in your search results. It's going to look as such, and then there's going to be a searchyoutube.com because Google, of course, owns YouTube. They're going to put a secondary search box saying, hey, maybe you want to refine what you're looking for in your search of YouTube. A lot of people, and where this comes valuable, is a lot of people type in YouTube right into the search box, press go, it returns that search of YouTube, and therefore, what are you really trying to do? You're really trying to get to YouTube itself. Instead of typing it into the address bar, some people type it into the search box or whatever.
Right.
And therefore now it's going to this. Another site that was using this was the Library of Congress. I mean, there's all the books that are indexed through there and stored and archived. It's another way of searching. I couldn't find any more examples, and I didn't see many yet, but I think it's starting to start rolling out to such as like brands and e-commerce stores that are selling a lot of products online. If you were to type in Target or you know, Walmart or something like that into the search, possibly once things are implemented on those websites to allow them to have this secondary search field in a Google result, that would then show up as there. So if you type Target and you say, I'm trying to look for electronics, or Best Buy or something like that, I'm trying to look for a product, possibly that could come on. And I think that's the way it's going to be going with that.
Right, but so again, just to repeat, that's only on YouTube and the Library of Congress that you were able to find it so far.
Yeah, so far. I mean, the article that comes out and everyone's reading and has been put out only showed YouTube, so I started going through and thinking, is this going to appear on any of these larger scaled stores or whatnot? And no, it didn't yet. And then I'm like, well, what else has a lot of information? I'm like, oh, the Library of Congress. And sure enough, it just popped up. So to do that. Again, it's nothing that's like, wow, this is a really awesome feature. It's going to come in handy for a few people, and maybe down the road it's going to grow and expand. But I think this is something that we're going to start seeing more of. So they're always changing the way that their search results page looks on Google. So just keep an eye out for all the ways different the results are coming for this. Or if you have pages, we already know in Google Plus pages, if you have it and you search for a brand or a product for that, it may show up on the right side of the results and give you a lot more information. So again, they're always changing the way to make the experience better for the end user. Try to give us a little bit more information as we're moving on.
Exactly. Okay, now what was the next Google? I have some notes here, but I wasn't sure what the next one was. Do you want to talk about AdWords or Chrome?
AdWords.
Okie dokie.
So we spoke, again, last week I spoke about the call-out extensions. There's something new that just rolled out a couple weeks ago for Google AdWords users, and it's rolling out slowly over time. So if it's not on, if you're doing AdWords, it's not on your account, it's coming. It's going to be rolling out over the next couple weeks. We're 15 days after the actual rollout, so about 2 weeks time. It's going to start coming out a little bit more. So I think by the end of the month, anyone who's using AdWords should be able to see these call-out features, and they're under those extensions within your Google AdWords account. And what it does is, if you can see here,
and that's what's in the red box on your slide?
Exactly, that's what's in this red box. So these are call-outs. So see, it's something that's going to be able to go on to the ad and give it a little bit more feature where you could say, hey, we're going to give free shipping, or maybe it's going to be 25% off product, or this person, you're saying Acme Electronics. This is the example that's, again, been put out by PPC Hero and Search Engine Watch and all these other, there's a lot of people using this exact example. 24/7 customer service, price matching. You're going to want to use terms that are going to be the things that people are looking for. So if you're selling a product, free shipping is awesome. Price matching, that's going to be something great. Or special, 50% off this week. If you're a service industry like a plumber or a contractor in the area, you may want to say 24/7 on-site call service, or no charge first 50 miles, or something that gets people to understand that you're giving them a perk, that your business is giving a perk. So it's a call out. And over here you can see this was a in the orange box, the call out that I have here, saying it's helped increase click-through rates by people's ads in this respect that they've been testing by over 200%. So
crazy.
Just by having those keywords, or not keywords, but those actual words in there that are offers or things to help give you a special or a promotion, it's starting to make people think, oh, this is going to be great. There's going to be something underlying inside of this ad that's going to help me and save me money, get my service done a lot quicker.
Got it. Very cool. Now, just to remind our viewers that if you are watching our show on YouTube, there's a yellow graphic at the bottom of the video player. If you click that, that will bring you over to our Google event page where there is a Q&A panel, and you are more than welcome to enter any questions or comments. We'll do our best to answer them on the show for you. So, Jeff, the next thing we wanted to talk about briefly was the changes in, not change really, but or maybe it is a change. You can clarify for me about Google Chrome.
From Chrome? Yeah. What we just talked about here prior to the show? How you can?
Yes. The profile, the Google Chrome profile.
So this is just something I read in one of the many articles that I'm reading, and I've never used the profiles on Chrome. So in the browser, most people just fire it up, and you're using Chrome. But now I manage Google Analytics, I got AdWords, I've got multiple clients that I'm managing. So I read this article. It's like, make your lives much more easier and efficient by using Chrome and profiles to really help this. So what you do is you can just create another profile by going over to the settings, choose profile, and I should probably just try to show us how to do this real quick. So I'm back.
Yes, you are back.
Let me try to share a different screen.
Yeah, with your fancy new machine. Should be easy.
Should be.
Jeff was all excited because he got a new desktop, and he can have, what did you say, 15?
I don't know, I got like 15 or 20. Yeah, I got so many browser windows open now, it's ridiculous. And okay, so I'm sharing just one profile. I don't know if you can see up in the top here.
Yeah, I can see that you're clicking on an icon, or you're over there.
So the icon there is it's like a ninja. And then I got the guy with the orange face, another, this guy with this I don't know, the Rockstar or somebody. But that's for my AdWords account. So if I were to click into this, now I can sign into my AdWords account with the credentials for that and not actually have to go out of a different browser, and I could have all of the stuff for AdWords in this profile or I can go back over and go to
the screen share seems to have locked up, but what you're saying is, yeah, it's a bummer, but what you're saying is, in fact, let me, wait, am I locked up too? No, there I am. Oh,
no,
sorry.
It's because here.
So I'm featured in the video now so that you can try and let me see if I can come back. Move your mouse around, let's see. Oh, there we go. Now I'm seeing you again.
Yeah, it's. I have a couple. See, okay, it's hard to share because of the
dual screens and such.
But the how Hangout works, it's taking that exact first screen that I have for Chrome open. So,
yes.
And you can just see the ninjas. So it's not really working well. So we'll just stop talking about it. Anyways, profiles are awesome.
Yes, profiles are awesome because, as you said, you're managing AdWords and analytics for several different clients this way, because what I've been doing is logging out of my Google Chrome profile and then logging into something, completely logging out of my Google account so I can log into somebody else's. But what you're saying is to create a separate profile, have their stuff open in that profile all the time, correct?
That's correct. And another thing, so you know how it is. So if you're using Google, you're in Chrome, in Hangouts. So if I were to log out of my main Google account, which is what's hooked up to Hangouts and the chat and everything with that, then I log back in with the AdWords account that I use. Well, then my Hangouts don't work, so then people can't ping me or chat and ask questions or what they're trying to do. So then I look offline. So using this, I can still keep up my one profile for my main thing, and then just fire off on the other screen different profiles. I don't know why I never used them before. They've been there. I just never thought there'd be a good use for them.
Yeah.
But if you're managing multiple things, or if you're tired of logging in and out, now of course Google and Gmail, you can open up multiple tabs and have multi-accounts open if you have multiple Gmail accounts, like I have Jay Tincher, and I have one for my business, and I have another one for someone I have to do some work for on the side. So I can open all three in the tabs, but then it starts to mess up when you're trying to log into analytics or anything else that you're trying to log into. So by using the profiles, it's making things much more efficient. So give it a try. That's what I can say. It's actually kind of helpful.
Awesome. Now we wanted to move on and talk about some of the Facebook finds. So the first one is exciting for those of us that manage Facebook pages. I know I literally have probably 8 different pages that I manage, which can get a little dicey when I want to post something for a client and then I want to like it as Carla Wilson, but it's liking it as the company page is so frustrating. But what have we found, Jeff?
Well, what it's doing here, that I popped up my screen again, is they have a new icon now that's going to be able to denote between page admin or your personal profile or basically any other page that you manage.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I know. Because where this comes into play is, so if we're posting on Chester County Marketing Group site or any other pages that you may manage, and you click the like button, or if you have multiple admins on your page and I post something and the other admin sees it in their feed, they just click the like button, the little thumbs up button to like it. It then comes back and says, hey, the page liked your own post. Well, of course the page likes its own post because you wrote it, right? And I'm always like, oh, it's just one of those things that's a pet peeve of mine. I'm just like, of course we all do, and sometimes we don't know as other page admins that what it's clicked on until you see that. Right. So I just think it's a basic thing, and it's hard to do that, especially when you are on a mobile device.
Oh, sure.
But now we were able to go in, and click this little box on every post, even when you're posting as a new status update or commenting or liking or whatnot. So if you see this here, there's this little box with a drop down. You would click that, and then it would give you your personal profile or any of the other pages that you manage. So you can change that. So we have a Lunch and Learn Google Analytics and Webmaster Tools Hangout that we spoke about a couple weeks ago, and that's this image here on the right. I clicked the little button down here to say who do I want to like or comment on, and I chose my own profile, and then I went back and now Jeff likes it, not the Chester County Marketing Group.
Right.
I can then, if you share it, that's one thing, because that always used to say, who do you want to share it as? Do you want to share it as yourself, as a page? Where do you want to share it? And comment, again, is going to be, do you want to comment as me as a person? Do I want to respond to somebody as the page? So you get the choice now of doing that. Again, I'm loving this feature. I'm using it a lot.
Every day, yes. Yeah, because, well, that's the thing. You want to help out the pages managing by liking them as your personal profile, and just to have this small little feature, it just makes it so much easier without having to click. I mean, of course we can work around more, but this saves you a bunch of clicking around, probably saves you 10 clicks, just trying to get back to the right place so you can like the post as your personal profile.
Yeah, and one couple more things on this is, sure, we used to all be able to go back on our page and say, I want to use this page as the page, or I want to use this as my personal profile. But once you made that change, it changed it for that was how it was going to be for that whole session that you were using, that, being on your Facebook page for that session.
Right.
So everything you did would be done as yourself or as the page, whatever you selected. This now, it comes down to basically individual posts are set this way. However, the bottom part here on this slide of the 3 images, if you are into your admin and your settings area, there's now another tab on the left side. It says Post Attribution. You go in and select the default that you want to be for that page itself. So, do I want all of my posts and likes and comments to be from me as Jeff Tincher, or do I want them to be as posts as the Chesco Marketing Group?
Cool.
So you can go and set that up in there.
All right, very good. And then anything else on this feature, or are we going to jump over to ads?
I will jump over to ads.
Okay.
If anybody has any questions, they
yes,
can
please feel free to post them in the Q&A, and I'll pass them along to Jeff to answer for you.
So, Facebook ads on the sidebars have changed to become more in line with how they would look in the news feed, but again, they're going to be on the right sidebar of a desktop or tablet. I think they even will show up on the when you use the full site viewer inside of on a mobile device. So if you actually go into facebook.com from a browser, then the experience is not the app, it's the experience is then the actual site itself, so you would then see the ads. They are bigger sidebar ads. There's going to be fewer of them, which makes them more competitive, which also may bring in a higher cost associated with it, but you're going to get more impressions, and the click-through rates are going to be better, as Facebook has said, due to, one, they're testing out over the past couple months, and the bigger image sizes is more visual, so people see them more. They definitely can see them more. And the next slide will show you how they've changed.
Okay.
For people that may not know how the ads work or whatnot, Google. I'm sorry. Now we're talking about Facebook. Facebook has a 20% text rule on anything that you advertise, whether that's on the news feed, a mobile device, or even now onto these new right-hand side ads.
Right.
So that means you cannot have more than 20% text on your ad. And they don't have a new tool. They have a tool that can go in that you upload your ad with the text on it, and then it'll come back and tell you what's the percentage on that image that is used with text.
Okay.
It's helpful because your ads will be denied. They'll run, but then they'll get denied once they've gone through the process of pending. So they may run for an hour or two, and then they might get, I'm sorry, your advertisement has been denied because of 20% text rule. So you have to go back and change it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so here's how the ads used to look on the left. You used to have
Yes.
about 4 or so that would appear. They'd be smaller, like thumbnail, postage stamp size thumbnails. The body copy, the text would be over on the right side. You'd have a headline and a link through. And if you go over to the right side, they're going to be going to 2 advertisements with much larger images, and the body copy is going to be below the image. Again, it's just a little bit easier to see. It's more grouped together. It's not as much, to me, it's not as much white space. With a small image, it's hard to sometimes see the detail that they used to have on these, and now it's much more clear that these are what you're trying to get your point across on. You can still use the features like page or respond now or shop now. They will still appear down there as well.
Very cool.
So that's pretty much it for the sidebar ads. But another really good feature on Facebook that they've added is their ad scheduling. So like day parting. It's something that both Google AdWords did and Bing Ads have used, where you can say, I'm on the East Coast and I just want my advertisements to show between the hours of 8 and 5 or 9 and 9 p.m. I don't want overnight. It's just, do they work? Sure, they work, but maybe they're not getting any results. You just don't want someone to click on your ad at 3 in the morning and then not do something where you find out people at 3 in the afternoon are getting more clicks and they're converting, they're buying something, they're filling out a form, they're doing something where the people overnight might not be. So again, this is a really good feature. The one catch though is that you have to use the Facebook's Power Editor tool for managing your advertisements. You can't just do this in the Facebook Ad Manager. You have to go into what's called a Power Editor, and that's pretty advanced. So if you're not familiar with Power Editor, just look it up, read a little bit about it. It is more advanced, but you can do a lot more with the tool. You basically, it's very similar to using in a way like AdWords, the AdWords editor tool, the Bing Ads editor, the actual software that you would use to manage, where you download something, make your changes, and push them back up. That's what the Power Editor will do.
Cool.
And you also, when you want to use ad scheduling, have to use a lifetime budget instead of a daily budget. So therefore, it gets a little bit. So if some people are used to saying, I only want to spend $5 a day or $10 a day or $100 a day for 2 weeks. Well, if you're spending $100 a day for 2 weeks, it's 14 days. So now you have to say my lifetime budget is $1,400. But you could go through that in 5 days versus.
Yeah, depending on your schedule.
It depends on the schedule that you're choosing. But here again, it's a really simple way of choosing it. You can just click on like 6 a.m. on Monday and drag it to 10 o'clock on Friday night, and that would be your week. Or you can click on individual boxes and have the time go and do this. So it's a pretty neat little feature that they finally came around to giving to people. So
very nice. That's awesome. Now I'm gonna skip back to me for just a moment till you put your mug back up there. The only other thing that I wanted to mention, and I forgot we should have mentioned this during Google Goodness, is when we logged into Hangouts today to launch, we were told that there's a new feature called Applause. So if you're watching this live, you should see at the bottom. I don't know if you can, you'll have to tell me if you can see it, Jeff. I cannot see it, I guess, because I was the one that launched the Hangout on air today. But if you are looking at the video player, at the bottom there should be a small icon with hands, so people can send you cheers or jeers for your presentation. So we turned that on. So if you wanted to applause us, yay. If you wanted to jeers us, that's okay too. Yeah. Honest feedback, we like that. Hey, a question did come in, Jeff, and it says, hi guys, I can see the drop-down box to post an ad as myself or as my company on Facebook. but it is only on my business page. Is this going to take time before the same feature is on my personal Facebook page?
I believe it's only a Facebook business page feature, because you can on your
like
personal
a page
page.
Admin, a
Yeah.
page admin feature. Okay.
Right. So if you want to post as yourself if you want to post a Facebook page post on your personal page, you would have to just share it over on your personal page.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to help, but that's kind of the question of what it was. But this isn't going to be that I'm aware of a personal profile feature. It's a business level tool that will let page managers be able to then go in and comment. I mean, there's so many times where a person is managing the page and they're trying to get things started, and the page has like 10 likes and 20 likes, and the only way to really start getting this to get out there is for the person managing the page to go in and like it as themselves. It starts to help go around, and people then start to see it in newsfeed. Oh, Jeff or Carla liked this page. Or this comment in this post. So again, as far as I know, it is a business only, and it only makes sense to me that it would be a business feature.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a true statement. So, that question was from Donna. Thank you so much, Donna. I'm learning how this Q&A thing is working too, because apparently, as Jeff was answering that question, I clicked a box that said answering this question. So when this plays back, if somebody plays this video back, Donna, your question will come up, and it will be able to tell the person where in the video the answer to what question. I think that's rather cool.
Dude.
Another reason to love Hangouts on Air, right, Jeff?
Exactly, definitely.
We are loving it. Okay, so that is all the features we had for today's show. Jeff, were there any other details you wanted to add?
No, not today, unless anybody had any questions. If they do have questions after watching this, or they're watching it on a recording today, whenever they're watching it, you can tweet us at Chesco Marketing. You can go onto our Google Plus page. Mm-hmm. Just leave us a message there. Contact Carla or I if our information's on the bottom of our screen right now, and we're definitely here to point you in the right direction, answer those questions, or get you some help somehow.
Absolutely. Thank you for reminding everybody how to contact us, Jeff. So yes, again, on Twitter at Chesco Marketing, or at our website, chescomarketing.com/on-air. You'll be able to watch this show and all of our other archive shows from our website or from our YouTube channel. So we really appreciate you tuning in with us live this morning, and we will be back in 2 weeks with another show for you, Thursday morning, 10 a.m., and that will be Thursday, October 2nd. So again, everyone, thank you. This has been the Chester County Marketing On Air show. For me and my co-host, Jeff Tincher, we wish you a happy 2 weeks. See you later, everybody.
Bye.